What's up, everybody? Welcome to Chris's Watch Movie Party. I'm Chris.
I'm Hora Haley, and here are the three rules. There's a very simple formula.
And I'm Shell.
And tonight we're having a casual conversation about Ghostface kills. How are both of you going?
Very good. How are you?
I'm good. Very excited to do this.
Me too.
Me too. This is a fun one.
Yes. All right. And before we get into this, before anyone says anything, I've just got to say that there's a couple of kills that is not included in this video. It is we have the first couple of stab kills from Scream 4. It does not have the Anika Kayoko kill. It does not have there's a third victim in the bodega kill, in the bodega scene which I've missed out. It does not have Gail's boyfriend, and it does not have Greg from the start of Scream 6. Okay.
All right.
All right.
He's just chopped into fish sticks.
Yes. And let's see. So obviously to start off with, we got Stephen Orth.
Poor Steve.
All right. What does everyone think of this kill?
I
It's
think
a good one.
I think it's a good one. Yeah. I mean, it definitely grabbed your attention. It's pretty gross.
Yep.
And I read.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying there's two parts. I mean, there's two ways that they introduced this kill, because I saw it at theaters, and I'm not sure if it was at theaters or it was just a different take, but I'm pretty sure it was at theaters, and they have him like winding his guts out, and it was like a longer little take, but I think it's better how they do it now.
Yep. I absolutely love this kill. I think it's an underrated kill in the franchise. This is one of those kills for me where you watch it and you feel it as soon as you hear that sort of that pain squeal.
Like the ripping,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The splatter. And I think that was Stu, and I think he had a really, really good time doing that.
Yeah.
Because she dumped you for Steve.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next kill obviously is Casey Becker.
Bloody disgusting.
Best kill from the whole franchise. And it's awesome too, because you get to see Drew Barrymore with no bra on.
I was going to stop.
Never thought about that.
I wasn't going to say that.
But also like introduced to Roger Jackson, the MVP of the franchise. Yeah. And Drew Barrymore was just, I think she should have got like her first and probably only ever Oscar for that, or nomination at least.
Well, I'm not that enthusiastic about it. I do think it was really good. I don't like how they hung her in the tree and used the body double.
The mannequin kill.
I mean, it's not her. It doesn't look at all like her. It looks fake. I mean, they already hung her in the tree with if you watch the behind the scenes, they used the harness to hold her in the tree. So why not just hold her there for a little bit longer and
it
gross her up?
Oh, I thought it was like, I thought it was. So did you say it's a body double, or is it like
it's a mannequin that they hang? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is a mannequin for the actual
final scene after mom comes out and loses her mind, and they zoom in on the body real fast, like somebody's running at her. That's a double.
There was a longer scene there as well.
Fake. Yeah, it's fake. Which
there was a longer scene
fake
of her there. Yeah.
Rather than that, it's brilliant.
Yeah. I also love this kill as well. It's got a great build up to it. I especially love the part that we just saw after he stabs her in the chest, and then she drops down and she looks at her chest area, and then Ghostface comes down and he's got that full aggressiveness to him.
Yeah.
I've always loved that part about Ghostface.
I love that she unmasks him, and no one's ever done that since.
Yeah.
It's a really yeah, I think that they really never replicated that ever. Never.
True.
The only one that's come close is Jada Pinkett, and that's saying something.
That was some bad acting, but we'll get to that later.
But well, but there's a good build up to that one too, because like Omar Epps is great in that, and but yeah, well, I mean, everybody went to see. It was a great marketing tool as well, because everybody went to see Drew Barrymore in that movie play the lead, and then they chucked a psycho on her and killed her off, and because the only reason they got Wes in the first place was because Drew was attached.
Yeah. Okay, kill number 3. We have Principal Himbry.
This is the funniest shit ever.
I like the showmanship of it. Like I knew he was gonna get it. Well, obviously, because I figured he was gonna get it anyway. But when I caught the shade, it was up when he came back.
Yeah,
it was camp as hell.
I like the he had his arms up and he comes down, and the way that the costume falls aside his face. I thought that was really great.
And then the eye,
you see it in his
reflection in the eye.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, definitely a great camera shot there.
Very, very much a Wes Craven trick there. Very attention to detail.
And then obviously we got Wes Craven in that scene dressed up as Freddy.
Yep.
And his name is Fred. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, his name's Fred. Yep. I don't know. I'm not talking about Principal Himbry right there, but I think that's when you sort of really get the humor in the movie. That's when you because the Fonz is overacting and I don't know, whatever it is, the camp, as I said before.
Well,
that's
did you
when
see
you start getting.
He had one of Fonzie's leather jackets was in the closet.
In the thingy. Mm-hmm.
And he was fixing his hair, like Fonzie always did.
And I think that's when you start to get that this is satire as well.
Oh crap! I just unplugged my monitor. For all you youngins,
but then again, you already have
the Fonz was on Happy Days.
Yeah, but then again, you do already have the scene in the quadrangle, and when they're live her alone and all that sort of stuff too. And what else? You get the. What does Tatum say? Do you have a brain leak? Or
Did you put her liver in the mailbox? They said you put her liver in the mailbox.
You get your famous Randy lines, isn't it? Yeah. So no, but I never really understood his choices in that. But yeah, whatever. I'm glad he died. I guess they just put him in for a kill count there.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, next. It's Tatum Riley, obviously.
I spit on your garage.
Quit it, Casper. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of that one.
It's another mannequin kill. It's mannequin.
Yeah, her face looks, abhorrent by the end of it. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what a face would look like if it were squished in a garage door opener or a garage door, but I think it would look more realistic than that. I just thought it was really crappy looking.
I know that she was too tiny.
Yeah, she was too tiny. So I think they actually had to staple. I think they actually stapled her clothing into for the start of it because she just kept falling out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, some of her was too tiny.
That comes later. Don't look at my tits. Yeah. I loved Tatum though, but I'm kind of glad she didn't live and Randy lived. If they were gonna have you know, one of them live, because they couldn't have them both.
Yeah.
Because Rose McGowan is a little bit problematic.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to agree. It's probably not a great kill. It's more the build up part to it with when she gets the beers and in the fridge and
she throws them at her. And it's also like the first one where it's not a knife kill, isn't it?
Yeah, and she's the one who gives Ghostface his name.
Yeah.
Just unplug my
yeah.
monitor. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think I need a new plug.
It's I like when Ghostface uses his surroundings instead of the knife every so often. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You okay, Michelle?
Yeah. I don't know if my monitor plug got stretched out or something, but it keeps falling out.
Yeah, I just think they're smart.
I'm here.
And when they do the
I'm trying to get
non-knife
my
kills.
camera to sit nicely, and it's not cooperating today.
Yeah. It definitely makes it different when they don't use obviously they use the buck knife 20 all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Okay. Proceed.
Okay, next one is Kenny.
Oh, poor Kenny. Kenny's underrated.
My name's not
Sydney.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I like Kenny. He was funny.
I like Kenny.
Excellent comic relief. And I thought he went out into glory. And the way he helped,
because he saved her
when he's pointing to the hole in the
mm-hmm.
van. I thought that was.
Yeah.
And also, like the 15-second thing was cool. The 15-second delay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because he knew it and she didn't, obviously. Yeah, and he was trying to help her. So, yeah. Poor Kenny.
Yeah, I like that part in the scene as well. After he stabs him, and then he kind of like looks at him and looks straight down at the ground before he looks back at Sid. I reckon that's a good Ghostface look.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So
I did like that Ghostface put him on the van, and then Gail.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
and
the window wipers. I was gonna say that too, because Gail was an asshole to him too.
Yeah.
Move your fat tub of lard ass.
That means move your fat tub of lard ass. No.
Yeah, the funny thing is though, is when I think of most of the insults, I always go to Scary Movie.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you're on my foot, fat shit.
I did it the other day with they'll probably get Jennifer Big Jugs Hewitt to play me or whatever when it's what is it, Cindy?
Yeah. Jennifer Love Huge Tits.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, moving on. We have Bill Stevens.
This is awesome because it gives you the clue straight up. Like, what I love about Scream is it literally tells you what it's going to do, and it gives you that clue right away that it's Mama Loomis, because it's doing like that.
Yeah.
Mummy.
Yeah.
In the store next door, and I love. Like, I should have spoke a little bit more about Stu, because obviously he's my favorite Ghostface, but I think that Mickey is very inventive and he's one of the smarter killers.
I think he's highly underrated.
He's massively underrated.
I think, I love him because I think Timothy Olyphant is absolute gold, but I think Mickey is highly, highly underrated. And the fact that he's not in like 50 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, and he just manipulates his way through it the whole fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
He's amazing in that way. Like, I watched it again the other day, and I was just like watching him specifically, and he manipulates his way through the whole thing. And I mean, you see it. Oh, we'll get to it. Yeah, I love that kill, but like, I really don't believe it would ever happen.
No, I have problems with the reality of it, but
Yeah,
I also have problems with Amber and Dewey, but Quinn and what's his name. So
because it's not
Yeah.
fucking Amber. That's why.
we're not talking reality.
I think there's possibly more reality now because I'd say they'd probably use cheaper material for it, for that stuff. But I remember like back in high school and stuff, it was like that cheap marble. So I think that would have been a lot more difficult.
Oh, look, I don't know, but it just
I
it
don't
doesn't
know
seem-
that like Mrs. Loomis, she's not a big woman.
No.
Oh, that was. I mean, she didn't do hardly any of the killing because she was setting him up to be the
Yeah.
fall guy
Yeah.
to disappear.
Randy.
Debbie Salt doesn't exist. You know.
Yep.
All right.
I think she
Next,
only killed Randy. I mean, I know she only killed Randy, but I mean, did she kill Cici? I don't know.
I don't know. Sarah Michelle Gellar and her are about the same size.
Hmm.
I don't know that she could have lobbed her off the balcony that way. Of course, they don't think about that. I do.
Yeah.
But you see both of the ghost faces in that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, next we have everyone's favorite. Maureen Evans.
I'm gonna phone up and start 69 that bitch. She's
I hate
annoying as
that.
fuck.
I hate that kill. I hate that opening. I hate everything about it. She's just such an over actor. She's just, and you think it like if it were somebody else, I would be able to take it a lot better. I can't stand her.
I think it's a
And her
second
face
best
is like she's going,
opening.
making all these weird faces, and she's like, and the way she's pumping at the movie, and like, oh,
Yeah.
I find her so annoying that
I
I mean
actually
she's only
think-
in the movie for what, like 4 or 5 minutes, and I was cheering her death. I was thrilled when she died.
No, I mean, they literally do that in Scary Movie.
Hate it. Oh,
But no, I think her actual death, like when he starts stabbing her and all of that, I think she's brilliant. Like she's got like that veins sticking out of her neck and blah blah blah. The more unbelievable thing for me is that she looks the age of a college student. Like,
yeah. I mean, she's a late bloomer.
I think she's like probably around 30 years old there, like, easily. But yeah. I don't like, yeah, she's very annoying beforehand, especially with I want to get a Sandra Bullock and what's this and blah blah blah, and you start getting your whole social commentary bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But and then she's like,
And of course, it's white.
Yeah.
and like, but I do like how she's like, yeah, I've got my money, I want your money, and I'm like, yeah, you go, girl. I love that bit.
Yeah, I think once he starts stabbing her, I think it's a good scene. But I think
Yeah, it's
like
amazing.
it's a good kill. But
Mm.
when you watch that scene, it's like the ultimate Scream fan thing to actually go to the movies and have every single like have all the people they dress up as Ghostface.
Yeah. That's what I think too.
That's what we all want.
For no one, like, because no one knows that she's dying for most of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's very cleverly done. Like, that's why I've always thought it was really clever. Like, it's the only one that comes close to Casey as far as I'm concerned, because yeah, people are cheering on that she's dying, and that's why it's so funny and Scary Movie, because she's so annoying. And all these people come out and like you've got your Klansmen and and they're just stabbing her and stabbing her. So I think I get my like just desserts for her being so annoying when I watch Scary Movie.
Okay, so speaking earlier, we were talking about Sarah Michelle Gellar. Next, we got Cici Cooper.
Oh, Buffy would never go down like that.
But she ain't Buffy.
I know.
And I think
She
that
begged
like
in this movie. She called the studio, she called the producer, she called Wes, she called everybody to get into this movie.
And then she complained the whole time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't do anything for Scream or anything like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
when
heard some
most
stuff
people
about her.
when most people think of Sarah Michelle Gellar in horror movies, they always think of I Know What You Did Last Summer.
She's so good in that movie. Like everyone likes her
She's
better
in
than
The Grudge,
others.
right?
Yeah, she's
The
in The
Yes.
Grudge
Grudge.
she's in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought she was okay.
Yeah,
in
and
that.
that was well received.
Yeah, I
but,
haven't seen that in a long time, but I thought it was pretty good.
I remember watching it way back when, just because I'm a Sarah Michelle Gellar fan. But
Yeah, that
'cause,
was
like,
the only reason I
Buffy
watched
was
it.
my everything.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think that I don't know. That one I love how they're just over it, and he or she throws it over the over the
Yeah, yeah,
over the balcony. It's like,
Stop
"Fuck
creaming.
it."
I'm done with you. See ya.
Yeah.
Like,
And you
yeah.
just hear that
I'm
you
just
just
done
hear,
chasing you.
you just hear that aggression, sort of that Ghostface roar again.
Yeah, and they reckon that the grunt sounds female, but I've never thought so. I've always thought it sounded male, but then you hear all the time anyway that in those movies you never know like who's under the costume. Yeah, it's left to your interpretation.
Yeah.
But I mean, then you've got people like Zach Cherry who goes for deep dives into it and like literally figures it out like scene by scene who's where,
Mm-hmm.
who could possibly be where and stuff like that. So, and I agree with him to an extent, but I love it when he does the cherry picker and he has Eddie as truth with him and he fights with him over it. And like Eddie will have like no proof whatsoever, but like, but I don't care. I think it was blah blah blah. Because she'll fight him over the first kill with Casey. It's like, no, I think it was Stu because he wanted his just desserts because she dumped him for Steve. And like,
Mm-hmm.
it's clearly Billy, unfortunately. but I've always wished it was Stu as well.
Okay, next we have
Could you guys
Randy Meeks.
Oh, I can't.
Oh, please no.
I
I
can't
ain't
watch it.
going there because it pisses me off way too much.
I'll go first, and then I'm going to change my cord.
Okay.
I think it's a very nice scene, the way that Randy gets his
moment.
to shine. I mean, he shines a lot anyway, but he has this huge moment to tell Ghostface, just to fuck off and die because we're better than you and we're going to find you and blah, blah, blah. And he goes on about Billy and how he's a pansy ass.
And say, fucking pansy ass mama's boy.
And his favorite movie is Showgirls, which is hilarious. I mean, that movie is so bad.
Absolutely frightening.
But if it were anybody other than Randy, this would probably be my favorite, but I can't handle the Randy part.
Oh no, how it's done is good because obviously they wanted Randy to go out with a bang, you know what I mean? But then I just agree with everything Shell just said. And it was meant to be Gail because they rang Gail's phone and he accidentally picked up. Well, he didn't accidentally, but they kept on
ringing her.
It kept on ringing and he was like, fucking hell, I'm done with the phone ringing. And it just so happened this time to be Ghostface and it was Debbie Salt. And like how like they're going through the quadrangle and everything and it's again all the attention to detail. But and yeah, like the pansy ass mama's boy and all that sort of stuff was brilliant. And
yeah,
like the phone call was brilliant. Roger Jackson in that was brilliant. And I think he wanted to do his best for Jamie Kennedy, I've heard. But the aftermath of the kill, I fucking hate. Like when they show the body, I hate it. It literally looks like corn syrup, all of that sort of stuff. I don't know if there was pushback from the studio or whatever, but when they show it, and they have his like neck sliced open, and I don't know, just a lot of it doesn't make sense to me. And it has like he has like the kiss, the lipstick mark on his wrist, and that's never been like addressed. I don't know. It's a confusing, like it's really good, but the aftermath of it I don't like.
Well, I think there actually is a take where Randy actually does get his throat slit, but I think they cut it because they wanted to let. I think they wanted to leave that into. I think Jamie Kennedy actually said himself that they wanted to do an interpretation that he was maybe still alive.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Ooh.
I didn't like how
Like they did with Dewey, because they did that with Dewey, like in the. I know they did that with him in the first one, and he was so well loved they kept Dewey alive.
Yeah. Well,
I
And
didn't
like
like
they
how
did.
the blood was so perfectly placed on his face.
No, it was
You know,
all
there was like
very
none in his
weird.
eye. I mean, he was just obviously brutally butchered. And
But you don't like, because you don't see it, and like the noises just don't add up. Like as far as I'm concerned, because I've watched that kill like over and over and over again,
right.
and I just find that like they do him bad, like in the aftermath of it. I don't know. And then Gail's scream is a little bit over the top for me, but that is when Gail completely changes, which I love too. Like she's in it then for not for like the hype and the press and everything. That's it. They're all family then.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And I don't feel like he gets grieved enough, and that's why I really like one of the things that I like about 5 and 6, which is not a lot, is that they bring in the twins and they bring like Martha in on 5, and they have like their shrine, not the other shrine, to him.
You can see the screen, can't you, Michelle?
Yeah. I'm just unplugging stuff and trying to make my life a little easier over here.
Okay, we'll move on to the next kill. We have Officer Andrews.
Yeah, that one's not
kind
that.
of dull.
Yeah, you don't really see anything, and you don't know him.
I don't
But
remember
which
his
one's
name
the
until
hot
right
one?
now.
No, which one's the gay one? She goes, I think he's. I don't think
I
he's
don't remember.
girl.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't know the cute one, but I don't know. I don't remember them being cute.
Yeah, I think that's the next one. I think the next one was supposed to be the gay character.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he goes out with style.
Yes.
Fuck yes. This is
think
like one of the good ones too.
I think that was really the point. They couldn't do the two cops too well, so then they gave the first one the cheap one, and they gave the next one the good.
Yeah. Yeah, because they needed kill counts. But you know what? They really didn't need a lot of kill counts back in the day, because they were getting rid of, like, it was more story focused, and like they were, yeah, like giving the characters more to do and giving them more characterization. So there were these extras, and you could kill them off because they were breaking our hearts and taking away like people we loved. Like, so
Got nothing left to tell you anymore about this one, Michelle?
No, it's kind of dull.
Nope. Okay.
The next one though is fantastic.
yeah, this one's great.
Officer Andrews.
Oh, you didn't even show the good part.
No, because I can only show so much.
I know.
Yeah, when he's hanging off the windscreen, that's the best bit.
Yeah.
And his
He's all fucked up.
twisting and his eyeballs pulsing and stuff. Oh,
Yeah,
beautiful.
it's cute.
And then you got the part after that where he's got the gun in his hand. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
pulsing
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I love it. I think that was excellently done.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Ooh, yeah, because we've got this one coming up.
Oh, is this the way I think it is?
Yeah,
Yeah. Ooh, that's great.
practically my namesake.
Okay. Next one we have.
Oh no, I was thinking it was the one after this. I forgot about her.
Okay. Yeah. Hallie. Oops. Yeah, this kill doesn't do it for me. I think the sound effects for this sounds really bad. Actually, it sounds like a knife's actually hitting a blood bag.
There's some celery breaking or something. It doesn't sound great. And I think it's just like, well, they had to kill her because they didn't know what else to do with her.
I mean, because they had so many script leaks and they had so many dummy leaks as well for this movie. And I don't know how many other takes they took for things, but maybe they were going to do, the pretend kill or whatever with her, like make like the dummy kill as well. But I'm not sure. Anyway, Sydney's reaction to this one breaks my heart a little bit. But that's the only good thing about it, I think, because you don't see anything, you just see Sydney's reaction, really.
Yeah. And then you got the part afterwards where he sort of starts to run after her.
Yeah.
And then just looks at her.
Mm-hmm. Very weird, that one. Because, like, it builds a lot of, like, intensity beforehand. And then it just goes to that. And so... And, she tells him... Because, that's what made me a little bit suspicious of... Because I've seen them all when they've come out in the theatre. And that made me a little bit suspicious of Hallie because she's like, don't unmask him, don't unmask him. I'm like, oh yeah, for fucking real? Unmask the fucker. Like, I don't care if, he's just been knocked out and, he's weaker than you are right now, or she is weaker than you right now. Like, unmask him and, grab the bar from behind him and stick it in him or something. I don't know, but there's two of you. Crazy.
Okay, well that brings it to the end of Scream 2. Next we have Christine.
What about Jerry?
There's another Derek.
But Derek doesn't get killed by a Ghostface in a robe.
Oh, okay.
No. All right.
Oh, I didn't realize that we were doing that. Okay.
Sorry.
Very well, Chris. It's your show.
Oh, she's got a best Scream. She rivals Samara.
Yeah, definitely.
I like her. She was on something I used to watch. Was it Melrose or something? She was on. I like her. I like.
Yeah, she's on one of them. Yeah.
I think she was pretty good. I don't dislike
the first Saw as well. Monica Potter. I don't mind that one because, I mean, 3. I really like 3, but I hate the voice changer thing because I just love Roger. But when they came up with the whole voice modulator thing, I'm not a fan of it. But I did kind of like, when they used it once, sort of thing. But it pissed me off that Cotton was flirting with another person, and then his girlfriend's at home getting stabbed because of him.
Cotton would always be a pig. You know what I mean? It's not
I know.
a good person.
He's kind of
changed a little bit. He
was getting a redemption arc.
But he was still an ass. I mean, you don't do a show like that and not be.
Yeah, he was kind of like a Maury, wasn't he? Like a Maury Povich.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a talk show host.
Yeah, he's 1000%. No, what is it? 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah,
110%.
Which I don't, but
110%. Oh, and he hangs up with his agent or whatever to flirt with this chick. I'm like, oh god. But there was different takes for that too. And can I just say, the original idea for this movie was so much cooler and so much better, and I wish it had happened. But respect to all the Columbine victims and families and all
Yeah,
of that.
3 would have. I think 3 would have been my favorite had it gone off the way it was supposed to.
Yeah, but I have to say, it still gives. I mean, it still gives us material for it to happen again, like just not the same way.
Right.
You know, like a
I
lot of
think 3
people are
is
still
great the way it
talking
is.
cult.
I love Scott Foley, which I may not have enjoyed it as much if he wasn't Ghostface, or at least in it. Parker Posey ruins it for me, but other than that,
She's my
I think 3 is
MVP.
pretty good, and the kills are inventive.
No, I hate the kills in 3. Anyway, because they just do nothing.
Yeah, because they had to do what they could work with. That's only probably
Yeah, and they lost.
if they probably had
Sorry.
the full go for it, people probably would have respected that film a lot more.
Yeah, and they lost. Well, they lost Kevin Williamson. They hardly had anything of Nev. They
Yeah,
just
she
because
couldn't
it was
do a
the
lot of
fucking
it.
yeah. She was in film. She was filming other stuff, and it's the fucking evil motherfucking rapist. Well, one of the Weinstein rapists. The other one, I just is probably some. I don't know. I never hear anything about him, so I don't know. But fuck the Weinsteins. But I do like what Wes did there too. He basically called him out in his own movie by doing the Lance Henriksen character. Sorry, I'm getting
Yeah, you're not wrong.
all politically, but like it's well known, so it's not like I'm saying anything everybody doesn't know. We'll get into Spyglass later.
Okay, we've just talked about this character, but now we've got his death. Cotton Weary.
Yeah, I'm glad he tried to save her. I think you were right there, Michelle. Like it's one of those. It's a duality thing with Cotton. Is like he tries to do the right thing, but he's still a dick.
Mm-hmm. He's always going to be Cotton.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it. I don't think his death is bad. I think part of me wishes it could have been a little more elaborate. I mean, the whole thing with Christine and the car chase, and well, not the car chase, but him running home and Christine dying, thinking it was him, and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
that was good.
Apparently, he was supposed to have like been stabbed in the head in that, but you can't. But I don't see it. So
no, I only see the one stab.
Yeah, and also in the scene, he's got like a skylight above him, and he's supposed to try and climb out of that as well, but they cut that out.
And they pull his leg or whatever.
Yeah.
They finally get him by pulling his leg down. Plus, there's an alternate one where it's. I know a lot of alternate stuff for the third one. Like, there's one where Sydney's dad's the killer.
Really? I've never heard that.
And he's going after Gail. Yeah. Because Gail's profiting off the first one or whatever with the books and the movie. There's a bunch of them. Because, like, Aaron Kruger or whatever ended up coming in to write. So, but it was, like, based off of what Kevin Williamson wrote and not the Matthew Lillard script. So he basically, I think he gave him the idea of Roman being the like brother thing stuff, but Aaron Kruger wrote it.
See, and the thing I like about that scene at the end is the voice modulator. You know?
Yeah, how he has everybody's voices. He's not just Ghostface.
Yeah, but that scene there, how he goes, it was a simple game, Cotton. You should have just told me where Sydney was.
Yep.
Yeah, he swaps it over.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, that's what I don't like is that there's not enough Roger. I don't like the voice modulator.
Next.
But I do like the Dewey bit when he's, like, talking to the Patrick Warburton. And he's like, that makes me angry.
Yes, that's coming up. Next, we have Sarah Darling.
Oh, for fuck. It's supposed to be reminiscent of like the garage kill and that. So, but and she is supposed to be like Cici.
Yeah, that one's like lackluster for me.
Yeah. I like the build up to it though, with the phone call and then when she's hiding in the costumes and he's in one behind her.
Yeah.
But one wonders
You
how did
see
he
him.
get there?
And
Well, I think he was already there before he made the phone call.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure he was, yeah.
and like the police even know that he called her. And like, how do they know he was calling? Because like he's whinging later about how he was on the phone with her. But how did they know he was on the phone? Maybe it came up on her cell phone, because by then they all have cell phones, don't they?
Well,
Yeah.
It says that in the movie, she says, the cops say that he called her housemate.
Ah, okay.
Maybe she had it
Oh,
forwarded.
yeah.
And she said that she knew his voice. So obviously she had been on set as well.
Okay. That's how it happened. Yeah. Yeah, they're just really non-events because they just weren't allowed to be gory. But yeah, I guess they did come up with a little bit more. They had to come up like with a little bit of more imaginative kills, because you couldn't even really see the knife go in.
Yeah. Okay,
I don't
next
think
we
you do at all, do you?
next we just talked about this character. We have Stephen Stone.
Angry.
I thought I had that part.
I just love Patrick Warburton, so, but he is a bit of a dick to Dewey, so don't like him.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with my Dewey.
After watching Rules of Engagement,
Dewdrop.
I do wish he had a bigger role, because he was absolutely hilarious in that TV show.
And he's in like, I love him in that too, because he's just like a man's man, full on, but his wife, like he does everything his wife tells him. And she was in that show, like the other show with that cool dude. I can't think of his name, but she was in a show before it that I really liked as well. And he's just in so much stuff. Like he does a lot of stuff with Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
Like he's Joe's voice in Family Guy, and he was in Ted, and he's gay in Ted.
Yeah.
Hilariously gay.
That's what he is too.
I like
I love them.
He calls
in
him
that.
Dewdrop.
Yeah, Dewdrop.
Dewdrop.
That's what I was going to say
funny.
before, and I was like,
And it's such a term of endearment. Hey, Dewdrop.
No, because he's picking on him.
I know, but it's not. I mean, it is, but it doesn't sound that way.
He's
Like it sounds like
picking him.
something, you might call your buddy, "Hey, Dewdrop."
But he was being.
I know he's
mean
being an
to him
ass,
there.
but
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
No, I like Dewdrop because I'm sure he's called Dewdrop at other times, isn't he? No, I know he gets Barney Fife a bit, but
Barney Fife. That's what Kale calls him. Yeah, Barney. Barney
and then
Fife-ish
in 4 he
ways or
gets it
something like
too, I
that.
think.
Yeah, in 4 Rebecca calls him Barney.
Yeah.
Barney.
Oh, that's a funny kill, that one.
Yeah, I think Dewdrop. I think that actually was Stone's nickname for him.
Mm. I thought it. Well, that might be. He might say it a couple of times because I just had a feeling that he was called that more than once.
Yeah, because he does the whole "Hey, Dewdrop, can I have a word?"
Yeah. It is cute. I do admit that, Michelle. I think it is cute, but he was being nasty to him. But no, I do love Patrick Warburton. He's always got him. Like I even like him in this, but I'm just like, but don't pick on Dewey. Like
The way he talks too, it's like William Shatner. Hey,
he's like,
could you come out here?
Yeah. That's such a good impression. I love that.
I used to watch Star Trek with my grandmother. I can do the Shatner.
I love the Shatner.
How could you not?
The Shat.
Okay, moving on. Tom Prince.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom. This was inventive, I thought.
Yeah. as I said, they needed to get a bit more inventive. But I mean, as if it takes them 20 minutes to get to that point.
Yeah, it takes. I mean, they all would have died of carbon monoxide poisoning.
You could have smelt the gas by then, number one, and like as soon as the lights went out, why would you light a lighter to keep reading the script? It's like, just get the fuck away, like run. Half an hour ago.
Right, it'll be there later.
Yeah.
But again, I think that's supposed to be like that comic relief, that scene, that part.
Like, actually like the scene with Gail where he like meets Gail and then he's like, yeah, thanks for the story about me crashing my car and me drink driving, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And she's like, doesn't
How
even
was that
remember that she
powerful?
wrote it.
Yeah.
Your part's
She's
a
like,
lot,
I'm
right?
sorry, but like
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. And it just shows like that Gail just doesn't even give a shit. She'll report on anything, and it's just like, go Gail, I love you. Gail, you guys know I love it. How much I love Gail. Gail does bitch the perfect way.
Okay, next we have Angelina Tyler. Yeah, there's nothing really to that kill at all.
No, I'm glad she wasn't a killer because I found her annoying as well. Her whiny tone, and I don't know. I think they could have done her better, like made it more painful and gruesome.
Well,
Especially if Roman was killing his partner. If some people go on that theory. I don't know
I have
where you guys are at.
a thought on that one. I was just having a think the other day about stuff, and I had thought maybe in the third one that, like, if it had have gone how it went, that she might have been Sam and Tara's mum because she went to school with Sydney.
Never thought about that. Yeah, that would have been an interesting little twist.
I mean, it's not like they won't do it anyway. Like, I'm not sure, but especially if it's this cult thing, because she would have been cheating with Billy on Sydney,
Right.
and she says to Sydney, like, she went to school with her, but then, or no, she was supposed to have gone to school with her or whatever, and that was the reason why. But then they ended up giving that to Judy later.
Judy.
So, yeah,
Sheriff Judy.
that was just like a thought that I had, because I mean, we all like, no one wants to see Angelina again, but if they were gonna
Amen.
bring her back, that'd be a good way to bring her back.
God, I hope that doesn't happen.
Well, it would. I mean, I don't know. It would depend on how they did it, like, because that's what I mean about with Stu. If they were gonna, because like I got some goss today, which I'll tell you off camera because I want to put it on my channel. Sorry, guys, but yeah, I got an email today about something, a casting, rumor, which is interesting, and like, they could definitely fit these legacy characters in pretty easily and like well. So I guess where I stand on Angelina is because she's a pretty like popular actress now too. So I don't know if they'd even be able to get her, but especially Spyglass, but it looks like they're concentrating on giving the money to the legacy characters and not the younger characters, from what I'm seeing of who they're casting as the young ones.
Right.
We all know Spyglass and how fucking cheap they are. Anyway, yes, I don't know if she's dead or not, to be honest, still. Because you never know.
Okay, next one we have Tyson Fox, which is
I like the whole carpet thing. I think it's funny.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just about to say. The whole build up to it with the carpet, and he lifts the rug up and flips him.
Yeah.
The rug was funny.
Yeah, that rug's funny.
And then when he's going down the stairs, we're like, "Holy motherfucker!"
I liked him at the beginning too when he was like talking about how like they call him. Oh, so Brandy's already dead, but his name's like, what is it, Ricky or something, and he works in the video store, and he's like,
in the video
and he's
store,
like,
yeah.
man, and he goes like, Ice Cube's doing fucking Shakespeare in the Park, and blah, 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 blah. And then have you get the role? Blah blah blah. We all need roles right now. So he does get like that one good like scene. I would have liked to have seen more of him. So
yeah, again as well, it's got a good Ghostface like shot as well after he throws him off, and it's got him looking down onto the floor as well.
yeah. Yeah, fun with me.
Okay, next we have Jennifer Jolie.
I think this is ridiculous. For like they show him shooting the glass so slowly. The glass is vibrating on the right side, so
you don't really get to see her. I think out of any of them in this movie, she deserved a good kill. They gave her a lot of screen time. I loved her. I know that you guys don't. She's my favorite in the movie. She's my MVP for the whole movie. I just love her.
I dislike her gloriously.
I know. Like, you hate her as much as I love her. Like,
hey,
I think she's hilarious because she's so dramatic, and like, but her and Courtney Cox get along so well, and she also gets the upper hand on Gail a lot as well, and no one gets the upper hand on Gail.
My lawyer liked that.
Exactly, right. And how she just jumps into Patrick Warburton's arms. She's just fucking hilarious. Love her. I think she deserves better. I'd love to see her like if they did like a stab thing or something, like scene, and they show her with like Courtney's bangs or something like that, because you know how she whinges about the bangs.
The bangs.
I'd love if they did like a de-aging thing like they do with Billy. Show Angelina. Because she's got like a cult following. So
Cult can have her.
Okay, next one we have Jenny Randall.
Oh, stupid as can be.
Yeah, totally rip off of Tatum.
Yeah, it was awful. That's all I got on that one. It was just bad.
I just don't believe it would happen. Like, I don't like, and when they do it, it doesn't look like it's heavy enough to work.
Yeah, and if there's a leaf in my garage, inside my garage door won't close. So I mean,
see,
the one day I was
one like that.
I was outside with Parker, and I closed the garage door, and she went right in the garage, and the second her whisker hit the sensor, it went right up.
Yeah, some do. Some have it. Some have a sensor. Some don't.
Yeah, I just have one that goes up and down.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I think we can all agree that is shit.
Yes.
Yeah, crappy.
Okay, next time we have the banger of Scream 4, Olivia Morris.
Oh, y'all know how I feel about that.
It's one of the best.
Beautiful, absolutely brilliant.
It's top 5 of Ghostface kills for me.
It might be my favorite. I think it is. Yeah.
No, I love the torture. Like it's the psychological bits. You can't go past Casey. Plus, it's my goddess of the world, Drew. And like I said, you get to see her with no bra on.
The good thing about the Olivia kill is obviously it redeemed itself from obviously Scream 3, because obviously Scream 3 was so tamed, it just brought that brutality back.
That's what they were going for.
Yeah.
But they were still, like, again, faced with so many challenges in that movie as well.
And that's why it's the worst.
Still not the worst.
I think it's the absolute worst.
I know. The next two have so many fucking plot holes and bullshit.
Okay, next one we have Rebecca Walters.
The orgasm kill!
Excellent pause point.
That's what I was trying to do that on purpose.
Oh, it's good. The pause button is likely the best thing that's ever been invented.
Yeah.
A sexy orgasm kill. Go,
Yeah,
Alison Brie.
Yeah, when you said that last night, I was like, orgasm kill, what are you talking about? I was like, I remember saying that. I was even thinking that today when I was writing all this down.
Yeah, it's totally like she looks at him and she's like, ah.
Mm.
Thank you. Love it.
Ghostface is like, you like that?
You like that, baby?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just licking
daddy.
her ear or something.
Thanks,
Does it
Daddy
feel good?
Ghostface.
Give you more, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kill's awesome. Again, I'll always say, why the fuck she doesn't take her shoes off is beyond me.
I could run better in 3-inch heels than I could barefoot. That's for sure. I would have left them on too.
But it's the echo too.
Oh,
like
yeah,
the noise they make. You know me and shoes and scary movies or horror movies. Like, don't get me started. That's why, like, the other day when we were watching Ready or Not, and like she stops to put her sneakers on, I'm like, you go, girl. Best
Brilliant.
final girl ever. Soon as she could find sneakers. And rips her dress, all of it. She's legendary. Favorite final girl. Single final girl ever.
Yeah, Rebecca definitely was the female comic relief of Scream 4, that's for sure.
Oh, she did the Barney Fife thing for a second
she was the
time.
Barney 5.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
then
like when Gail
what she
gives her
say?
shit.
Fuck me.
Oh,
And then Gail's like, I still got it.
Yeah. Gail doing bitch perfectly again because she tries.
she
And
was
when
like,
she's
Woodsbay, I'm so
fired,
not feeling it, but now I'm like, oh, fuck me, well. That's what it
yeah,
is.
fuck me, wow. Yeah. I always say fuck me, wow.
Yeah.
Because of her. She is good. Like I haven't seen her in anything lately though, Alison Brie.
I think she's done a few things.
She always plays like the ditzy whatever though, you know, like I've never seen her in anything serious.
Yeah.
But I mean, do what you gotta do what you do well, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I could take her
Good girl.
seriously after this.
Yeah. Like fuck me, wow, stab me again.
I'll just say Dave Franco, you lucky fuck. That's all I'll say.
They got married, hey. I
Yes.
forgot about that. She's a hot bod. Have you seen her in Get Hard? Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna screenshot that and make it my wallpaper.
No wonder it's called Get Hard.
Yeah, when I watched God Hard, I was like, when I watched Get Hard, I was like, who the fuck is that? And then I realised who it was. Next we have Detective Hoss.
You should have seen the look on your face, bro.
Oh god. The Bruce kill. Oh no, it's after. Well, that's Adam Brody, and I just think they completely underutilized him. So I don't know. Maybe he asked for a role, because I know a few people have asked for roles. So maybe he just wanted to be in a Scream movie. I've never really looked that up. I don't know why I haven't. Because he doesn't even have a name. Like he doesn't have a scary movie name.
No.
Which they do quite often.
definitely just a kill count for that Scream 4.
Yeah,
Maybe they,
definitely.
yeah, I don't know if it was just a kill count. Maybe they put him in because as like maybe a bit of a red herring or something, because like a lot of people would have been like, oh, Adam Brody, because especially at that time. And because I know that I was excited to see him in it. So it may have been like one of those things where they would like trying to throw us off or something.
Well, I think that back in that time, I didn't even know who he was. It wasn't until Ready or Not that I've actually sort of slowly gone back.
No, I've known him since he was in OC, which is like because he's my age, and that was like a teenager thing. So
Well, I can only watch so many chick flick TV shows.
I'm with
so
you,
can
Prinze.
I. I never watched the OC though.
Okay, the next comic relief of Scream 4.
I love it.
See, he gets Perkins.
It's fantastic.
He's also from Scary Movie, which is great.
Yeah,
Like,
Scary Movie 3.
he's in two
Obviously
of them.
kill count material, but it's so funny the way he's like punching out in front of him, and he's
Yeah.
And he does the Bruce.
fuck you, Bruce Willis.
Fuck
you,
Bruce
Bruce
Willis.
Yeah.
Because Bruce Willis always survives.
And
I thought
Adam
they did
Brody
that one
also
right.
is like, also says, like, we're going to be the next to die, and then they do. So, like, they
Yeah.
basically, as I said, Scream always tells you what it's going to do. Like, it literally tells you what it's going to do next, like scene for scene, pretty much. So I love it so much.
Next one. Next we have Kate Roberts.
Oh, this is great. Another, yeah. I love these door kills. But
I
how
thought that
the
was
fuck
pretty
did they
inventive
know she
for the
was
male
there?
slot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
but
pretty good.
how did they know she was there? Like, I've never understood that bit. And that's after the wind chimes and shit, and that's all weird too. And the shopping, like when
Yeah, the
they're all
wind
like
chime thing was
really
very
weirded
strange.
out. Yeah, and they're all like really weirded out that she went shopping. Like,
Girls got to eat.
Yeah.
you went shopping? Yeah. Grocery shopping? Yeah. I'll just go fix the wind chime now.
Yeah, it's definitely creative
Busying herself.
how it went through the mail box, how it went through the mail slot. And you just hear,
Yeah, I liked that. That's when it starts going downhill with kills for me, because even though they're getting inventive and stuff like that, they're becoming unrealistic.
Okay. Okay, next we have Robbie Mercer.
I'm gay, if it helps. I like the tilt of the head by Ghostface,
Oops. Yeah.
because they're like, oh, really? So I always thought it was Charlie, because he does the tilt of the head, like going like, oh, is he? Like, maybe was he a little bit gay? So I like to think that's Charlie.
Yeah, I definitely like the scene more before that. When he's on the camera with the camera and stuff.
Yeah, when
He's
he's
facing
on
the
his
wrong way
own.
and he's going like this.
Yeah. Because he's too drunk.
He went out like an idiot.
That's me. That's me every time I try and film myself.
And I definitely like the shot after that, like when he opens the door and Ghostface is standing right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Another one from Saw. Because at the beginning they mentioned Saw.
Yeah, he
We're
was.
gonna watch Saw.
He was Donnie Wahlberg's son in Scream
Saw 2.
in Saw 2.
Oh my God, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never made that connection.
And they like are gonna watch Saw at the beginning of that movie as well.
Yeah. I don't want to watch that.
Torture porn.
Yeah. Okay, next we're now moving on to screen 5 already. We are up to, Vince Schneider.
He deserved so much better. I don't know why he's even in this movie, number one.
I'm with you there. I'm
it's a
absolutely with you.
I thought like maybe I've been thinking about this kill because I was like, okay, he gets the Red Right Hand song because the Red Right Hand returns, and I thought when I watched it, it's number one, it's Kyle Gallner, my favorite. Sorry, I just jumped into this one because I get so excited about Kyle.
Have a good time.
So, and I was thinking about, and like I know there's deleted scene with him and Dewey and all that crap. But then, like, they totally get rid of it. And then I was thinking, like, okay, so he's related to Stu, so maybe they're fucking with us there, like, by, you know, killing off his like, nephew. And maybe they will bring back Stu, or maybe they'll introduce his sister. And then, because, like, I had all these thoughts going through my head when I was in the cinema. And I'm like, at least he got killed to Red Right Hand, because that's just such a dynamic and awesome song, and it's through it all. And they don't have it in 4, and then they reintroduce it in 5, because I have a lot more love for 5 lately. But it just makes absolutely no sense to me still.
We find out he's related to Stu after all that, right?
Yeah, when they go had the big meeting at
because
Mindy's
I
house.
remember, like, why is this? I mean,
Because
his
they're bringing it all in,
right? But his death
go.
seemed significant at the time.
Yeah,
with the Red Right Hand and everything, and I'm like, who the hell is this guy that we don't know who he is?
And it's also Kyle Gallner, and it's like, okay, we know he's going to play a big part, like,
right,
at first,
which he didn't.
No,
yeah, I agree.
And like then you find out he's Stu's fucking nephew, so all of a sudden now we know that Stu's got a sister. We never knew that. And then and then we get introduced to we're already introduced to the Meeks twins. So I thought for sure they were going to play something up there with like the families of the Ghostface, like of maybe the Ghostface killers families or something against because you know how it's always been about family and shit.
Right.
So I thought that like because they had brought in Sam as obviously Billy's daughter. Then we've got Stu's nephew. Then we've got Randy's nephew and niece. And I thought for sure that was all going to tie in, but nope, toxic fandom. Which is totally relevant. I thought that was great, but and yeah, there was just so many ways they could go there.
I wish I got to see the alternative kill of his, where he was supposed to get killed under the car.
I can show it to you.
And the other thing about the Vince kill is he's the only person in the promo that does not have a, you know how everyone had him in holding the Ghostface mask.
Oh,
he's the only one who didn't get. He's the only one who didn't get one.
I wonder why he's even in the promo. Like, maybe they were thinking about doing something else with him. But yeah, I've seen the alternative scene, and it's not like it's nothing special either.
I didn't.
I've seen all the alternate scenes. He's like underneath his truck, and he gets him underneath his truck. Because I think that's Richie. I'm not sure, but the kill style is Richie's.
Okay, next one we have, as we talked about this character earlier, we have Judy Hicks.
Oh, Jolie. I never liked Judy, and I like that it's a daytime scene.
Definitely, that's huge that he was finally stepping out in the outside.
Yeah.
Or during the daytime.
And I
First
liked
time you
her
ever see
call
that.
as well.
I like that a lot. And I liked Deputy Judy more in
No, I started liking her more
this
there
one.
in that one, yeah, definitely. But in 5, oh my god. Except for we're the best, save the chest.
Yeah.
That was the only part I liked about her.
She's definitely.
So
I think
yeah.
she's definitely better in Scream 5 and 4. And 4, she
Yeah,
just
5 she
annoyed
was
the-
just
Yeah.
or 4 she was
Yeah.
nitpicky and
Yeah,
Yeah.
she just
And she
annoyed
constantly
was
the
like
shit out of
flirting
me.
with Dewey and fighting
creepy
with
and
Gail.
flirting with doing, yeah. And I really like how like Samantha's like, yeah, she didn't like me much, and Courtney Cox is like, oh sorry, Gail is like, yeah, she didn't like me either. So they sort of bond over that.
Yeah, I remember the first time seeing this at Scream 5 at the theatre. I didn't expect her to die then. Because when they were doing the promo pics before, obviously, the film come out, you had the big... They always showed that still of her when she was in that room before she goes off to get the sushi and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I always
And
thought that was going to play a bigger part than it actually did.
edamame.
I thought she was going to go back in the house, and there was going to be a bit more of a Ghostface stare down, and then she was going to die.
I was starting to like her until she was like, an extra edamame. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh fucking hell, go take a picture of your food and put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Though I liked her phone call too, because like I was saying earlier, again, like they basically tell you what they do. And so she like rings her, or if it's Amber, I don't know who it is, because I don't know if it's both of them in there, that one, or if it's just one. And like as they say in number 6, Richie was like a limp dick little pussy or whatever. He had his girlfriend do all the killing for him. So I don't know if it's both of them or one of them or whatever, but when they're on whoever's on the phone, because I'm pretty sure that like Richie's on the phone a lot, whereas Amber's doing the stuff to them, which is quite clever because they really should be doing that, because like if they're trying to kill someone and they're on the phone all the time, that would be quite distracting, I would think.
And there's
But
always
anyway,
the hearing thing, like when Dewdrop,
well,
when that guy
especially
gets
like,
killed, they're in the
yeah,
trailer together. So how doesn't he hear Scott Foley
yeah,
talking to him?
and especially when also Olivia, when Charlie's in the closet,
Right.
like you hear him whispering, but
Right.
like he's talking for a while to them, and
Never said I was in your closet.
closet, yeah.
Closet.
So, but yeah, like that in that conversation, Ghostface is, I'm turning myself in, and for 2 murders or whatever, or 3 murders or something, and she's like, but you've only committed 1 or something, and
Yeah.
no,
Kill your
I
battery
will
boy.
commit, yeah, I'm about to commit blah blah blah. So, and then
Yeah.
so yeah, I just, yeah, I cannot believe how often, like lately, I've noticed how much they literally tell you what they're about to do, like,
Yeah,
or
you
who
don't
the
realize it when
killer
it's
is.
happening though, because you're so
Yeah.
They throw you off a
invested.
lot as well,
Yeah.
yeah. But if you actually watch it, I guess, and look at the very simple formula, then in that way, then I guess you would be able to tell. I'm sure a lot of people have picked it, but I just don't think anybody picked the 2 killers in the first one. It was done too well.
It was.
Yeah.
And then, speaking of baby boys, next one we got Wes Hicks.
Oh, Wes. I love Dylan Minette. Another person who asked to be in the movie.
Yes, he's sending the old audition tape.
Well,
said that he wanted to be in it.
I love Dylan Minette. I think he's great. And that's a big one for me because, he's the namesake of Wes, and Wes is my man.
I thought they did a very nice tribute to Wes in this film.
The whole thing was a
And
love
his
letter to
kill
him.
is really good, and I think Wes would have and not that I know Wes at all, but I think he would have been proud of that one.
I think
And
he
the
would
way
have
that
been
they
proud
were
of a lot of
going to
it.
kill Wes was a lot more convoluted. How he was running around the house and he found a gun or something and ends up getting shot or some weird crap like that. I don't think I would have enjoyed that as much as this one. This one was you kept expecting the jump scare.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
jumped a few
That's
times
it.
expecting to get it and I didn't get it.
That's what I liked, was that, so in the end, what they did is they thought about it and they ended up speaking to Kevin as well, and that was very much like a Wes Carpenter way of doing things. I mean, sorry, Wes Carpenter. I just chucked a
I
Tatum.
thought you were making it funny there.
A Wes Craven way to do things, like that little bit of, yeah, I mean, like, you know how he does it in Scream 2, like with Gale between the things and all of that sort of stuff. So, and it was very like psycho reminiscent again as well, because he'd been in the shower and all of that. So they made that kill, of course, a love letter to Wes. And
I thought it was good. I was not disappointed
yeah,
with it at all.
so they didn't push it too far. They didn't make it too jump scary. They didn't make it too corny, and they did it really well with the, like, they did it in a way with the effects that Wes did his effects, because I mean, Wes has always been like a genius with his effects. Like, you can go back to the first Nightmare on Elm Street and how inventive everything there was and how easy it was, but, well, not too easy for all of them, but like he made it work on the budget and all of that. So even that was sort of for Wes, and they went to Kevin Williamson to figure
Right.
that one out in the end. So I love that kill. And it looks so good and it looks so real.
It does.
And like, how
And
the fuck is
I
that?
really watched it after I obviously saw it in the thin. When I watched it first at home, I sat here with my monitor, right here, and I was looking to see if I could see the makeup, and you can't. It was just very well done.
Yeah. I think the only time you notice it is actually when it was going through. Then you can sort of tell
A little
the
bit, yeah, but
prosthetic.
I
It
mean,
looks a bit rubbery.
Yeah.
there's
a
no
little
way you could
bit.
do it perfectly, but I thought they did an excellent job.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, like, everyone thought it was him, and I was like, the guy, it's not going to be the guy they named Wes after. It's just not. They're not going to make him the killer.
Wes Craven goes out as a murderer. That'd be good.
No, it was never going to be.
Yeah.
But because they picked Dylan Minnette, it was like, oh, but he could be, because he's such a good guy and everything. Like,
I never saw that kid in anything before this.
oh, he's in 13 Reasons Why, which, oh my God.
Oh,
that
he
was,
is, yeah. But no, I
yeah.
read the book. I'd never watched that. The book was enough.
Oh, I watched it when they still had, when it first came out, and you got to see everything, because they cut out a lot of it.
Oh, I didn't know
later.
that. No, I didn't. I have no desire to watch it. I thought the book was magnificent. And
Oh,
that
it was brilliant.
But that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, it is another conversation.
Yeah, but that's what Scream 5 did for me though. Like, you'd watch the movie and you're like, you don't know who these actors are, but then you'd go through their filmography like after you've seen it, and you, oh yeah, I've seen him in that because Dylan Minnette was also in oh shit, what's that movie? Don't Breathe. He was one of the people in the house, like Robin and
he was a nice guy again in that.
Didn't
And the
want to
rest of
fight
the
either.
people were assholes.
He's also in
On the
Prison.
list.
He's also in Prisoners as well with Hugh Jackman and
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
He was very young.
Yeah.
He's given up acting to work on his band, and I think the last song, like, in the credits, or one of the songs in the credits, is them. I can't think of the name of their band right now, but so he came out of retirement to do this role because he wanted a role in Scream.
Okay. Okay,
So we've
now
got
moving.
probably the
What
most
did you say that
important one.
Gyllenhaal movie was with him?
Prisoners.
Prisoners. Oh
Prisoners.
my god, that's it.
That's also got Paul Dano in it as well.
And that's
I'm not sure
the
if I have that one. I'll have to look.
on movie, dude.
I love Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, so do I. He can be my husband. I'd give up my no husband role for Gyllenhaal. Because I just want to be in his family as well. Like Peter Skarsgård and Maggie Gyllenhaal, they're so cool.
Next we have Dewey Riley.
Not doing it. Not doing it.
Yes, today.
Definitely the shock of the movie.
Oh my god, my jaw hit the floor and did not come up for about a week.
No, I knew the entire
I
time
could
that
not
Dewey
believe
was
it.
gone. I knew before I watched it, that Dewey was dying.
Oh god, somebody ruined it?
No, I just knew because he was the only
Oh.
one out of the legacies that could die, that they could kill.
I'm sometimes I'm on the same track that the wrong kid died, like Mike always says.
Yeah.
Like it should have been
Yeah,
Gale.
Rocket died.
But
No.
I don't know. Back and forth, but it was shocking and it still hurts when I watch it.
I cry every time. I nearly cried just then, but I turned my head.
It's hard to watch. But I mean, the kill aside from being Dewey, the kill is magnificent.
Yeah.
The kill's
And then
brilliant.
it's an honor. I mean, that was good. It was a nice tribute to Dewey and David Arquette.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
But
and
it
it's
still
not
hurt
the
a
first
lot.
time you've heard that either.
It's definitely a great set piece behind him. Well, I've always said to a lot of people, I said if there was one set that I could have visited on Scream 5, it actually would have been the hospital. I just
The
love the
murder
lighting.
hospital.
The height, like the lighting, the way it looked.
It's one of my favorite scenes when
It's very
they
good.
walk through
Yeah,
the
definitely.
middle. That scene. Okay, so I knew Dewey was going to die, especially after him and Gail had that conversation, and I was bawling my eyes out. I'm like, he is done and dusted. That's it, because I loved their conversation, and then I knew like he was gutted from groin to sternum. So again, we were told what was going to happen.
Stem to
And
stern.
I also like. People go on about how he was distracted and how Dewey would never have been distracted. And everyone forgets that Dewey always did the wrong thing. Like, that was the one time when he was trying to do the right thing and he still got fucked up.
Right.
And I just love that it was, like, Gail, that he died looking at that picture of him and Gail. Like, he, I don't know. Because I just... It was like it was done respectfully, and I know that the writers and Radio Silence, like they went to him and told him like, we are so sorry, but we are gonna have to. Like they did it so respectfully and blah blah blah, and David was like right in it for them and was like, okay, it's good, it's all right, it's all good, like so. At least like they were respectful of him. Yeah.
So hard.
Oh, it just makes me bawl my eyes out, and we get the Dewey theme for the first time in a while, and
thank God I didn't cry because I get.
Did you not cry?
No, I didn't.
God, I was.
I think I was
my
in
eyes
such
out.
utter shock that I couldn't. But I get made fun of because I cried during Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because I cried over a fake raccoon. I can't imagine if I got I would have been made fun of if I cried over Dewey in a horror movie.
I'm like,
Yeah, the scene itself, I didn't actually shed a tear. It was when they're wheeling him out in the body bag.
And it's actually going to the coroner.
Yeah.
Instead of like to the ambulance. But
I
no,
couldn't watch Gail
that
cry.
scene.
I don't do well when other people cry.
That scene pisses me off because Richie's holding her back as well. And I'm just like, you get that, because I knew he was a killer anyway. Already, as soon as they cast him, I'm like, he's fucking.
Oh, he could have been the first killed for me. I did not like him at all, which is a very unpopular opinion. But I did not enjoy either of the killers in that film. which is yet again a whole nother conversation. But
I
anyway,
don't mind Richie. I don't mind Richie, but Mikey or Mickey Madison, whatever, she drives me fucking batshit crazy. And you can tell like later through the movie, like you just know it's her. But yeah, I absolutely knew it was gonna be Richie. But yeah, how he holds her back, I'm like, get the fuck off her, especially like when you do know he's the killer, and you're just like, do not fucking touch her. Oh, makes me so angry.
rest in peace, Dewey.
Okay, next one we have Laura.
She's brilliant.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it was perfect. It was an engaging opening scene. I'd never seen Samara Weaving in my life. I didn't know who she was, but
My girl.
I thought it was executed really well. And the fact that they showed us Jason's face, I thought this is a game changer.
Yeah.
They could have
This is
done
so
so
awesome.
much with
We're gonna
that
know who
too.
Ghostface is. Like, this is incredible.
I
Then
was
we didn't,
questioning
but
it though.
I thought it was gonna
But
be
I
really
think
good.
we all were, right? Going, nah, this is not. No.
I was
This
cautiously
is not
hoping though,
right.
because I think that would have been really neat. That we, we could follow Ghostface as he interacted with
As
everybody.
you were going through the movie, you knew who one
Right.
of them
We're
was.
not trying to figure out who it is. We're trying to figure out why the hell they don't know who it is.
Yeah, it could have gone in so many good directions. Like,
I really liked
they
it.
could
Though.
have
I
at
enjoyed it
least.
quite a bit.
They could have at least like had Ghostface still being Ghostface, but making these guys do their work for them or whatever to keep. But if they were gonna bring Stu back, that should have been how they did it. That would have been a really good way of doing that.
Yeah. Or we knew who one of them was. Like we knew who Jason was, but not Greg.
Mm-hmm.
So we were trying to figure out who was interacting.
Like he had a
with whom.
sponsor like Debbie Salt again, that type of thing.
Right. I thought it was good though. It's up there with my favorite opening.
Absolutely.
And I'm not
it's one of the better
gaga
ones.
over Samara Weaving like apparently everybody else on the planet is, but I do enjoy her.
Oh, I'm in love with her.
She's very cute.
Oh, she's stunning. She's still a really good actress as well.
I liked her in the babysitter movies. Those were
she's
a lot of fun.
Yes, they are. They are a lot of fun movies.
I like her also in what's the other one she does? I don't know. Can't think of it right now.
The one in The Office.
Yeah, that one with
Glenn
from Dead.
Oh, you got it
From
stuck on my...
blah, blah, blah. I could. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, same with me.
I keep thinking Manic, but it's not that. It's like...
It's on the end of my tongue too. As soon as I see it, I will know. Where are you? It is...
Oh my God, what is that? It's on something at the moment. I went to watch it again the other day. It's on like Prime or something. What is that?
Mayhem, that's what it's called.
Mayhem. I'm getting Manic. Of course I'm getting
You're
Manic.
close.
Yeah, it's good. But I heard this thing about, because like you know how he's like way into Giallo or whatever, the Giallo movies, and that's why. And she gave him like I don't know, a low grade or whatever, and so he's into Dario and Argento or whatever. Anyway, so I was thinking about, someone was talking about Suspiria, and like the opening of Suspiria is brilliant. And they could have done the same thing, like they could have like dropped her down from the roof of like the subway or whatever, and because they didn't really utilize New York a lot either. Well, they did, but not as much as I would have liked them to. But I think this was Zach Cherry that said this, and he was like, they could have like dumped her down from like the subway or something like that, and just saw her hanging, like, and it would have been an homage also to the first movie, and then like had the slash go through, and then they unmasked him, and then he'd unmask himself. Right? And I was like, oh man, that would have been amazing. So, but yeah, anyway, wishful thinking.
Okay.
What
next
movie
one,
did you say she was in?
Mayhem.
Mayhem. That's what I was just looking at her filmography.
Yeah, she's really good in it.
I was watching the Bill and Ted's the other day, and I was going to watch all three, but I couldn't make it past the second one, so I never even tried the third one, and she's in that.
Yeah, she's in Face the Music.
I couldn't do it.
She's just as dumb as, like, the kids are just as dumb as they are. It's funny. They're cute. I can't believe you don't like them. I guess that's because I saw them in theaters when I was a kid.
Well, I thought I had seen the second one, but I guess
Love the
I was
second one.
incorrect because
Oh, it's
I watched the
there.
first one, and I rolled my eyes a lot. It's absolutely ridiculous, but I did enjoy it. But I tried the second one again, and I tried the second one, and I just couldn't do it.
They're
It
the
was
ones.
so dumb.
But it's like Beetlejuice. I think you have to see like stuff like that when you're a kid or when you're younger.
I did. Well, the
Oh,
first
you
one.
did with Beetlejuice?
The first one
Oh,
I did.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it
The
was
second
you
one, I
that
guess I
hasn't
didn't.
seen Beetlejuice when you were younger, hey?
No,
Chris.
I had no desire to watch Beetlejuice.
Yeah, well, I'd only just seen that recently, and I did like it the first time, and then I sort of like, it's probably a bit overhyped. But then when I was in the US, actually, it was actually one day. That's all they played.
Yeah, I
I think
remember you
I think I
said.
saw it. I think I saw it about 3 times in one day.
Yeah,
Now I
I
watch it.
remember you saying that.
Now I watch it all the time.
I can't stop watching the second one. Like, I love it so much.
Yeah, I haven't watched the second one yet. I probably won't until we do it.
It's so good. I love it. I can't stop watching it. I've watched it about 6 or 7 times.
Are we talking about Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
The second one.
Oh,
Beetlejuice.
I can hardly wait.
Yeah.
I'm ready with bated breath.
Gosh.
We can't like them all, right?
Mm.
Okay, next we have Jason.
She so deserve it so bad. I just love. I love it.
thought it was
There's so
great.
many Easter eggs.
And the build-up
I love
was beautiful.
Fuck the movies.
Yeah.
And they have
That's
my
my
favorite
favorite
Friday
part.
the 13th movie playing on the TV.
Yes, they do.
Brilliant. I love it.
That's Manhattan.
So many
isn't
Easter
it?
eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Actually, I have to watch that.
We have to watch
tomorrow.
those someday, or at least that one someday.
I have to watch it tomorrow. Actually, I'm up to it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that probably since it came out. Definitely since it came out. I think I've only seen it once or twice.
Oh,
But
I've been watching
It's
so many movies.
it's so awful. It's so good though.
I've been watching a lot of docos lately though, which has been
Me
good.
too. I saw a good
And
one
not
the other
really
day.
on a lot of stuff we like and do, like on other stuff.
I just watched one the other day that you'd probably like. We'll talk about it later. I'll write it down. If I can find my damn pen.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, next one. I couldn't find his name, so I just called him the bodega tough guy.
Oh god, this is like so funny.
I love the bodega scene. I love everything.
Same.
About it. Absolutely love it.
Same.
Yeah.
I thought he was inventive. He was engaging. He had a lot of good head tilts, and I could just imagine what his eyes look like under there.
Yeah.
And I thought the shotgun was absolutely fantastic. I was very excited to see him branching out.
Yeah.
So I did watch this scene yesterday, and I was like, there is no way this is some Johnny Ghostface come by lately normal like person under this mask. Like, and it's not, because it's Bailey. So Because there's no way that they can be like grabbing that shotgun, turning it around, doing the fucking shit they're doing with it. Like, no chance in hell. This is someone who's trained. Blah blah
Right.
blah.
And
And I know
mean,
it's like,
it's a sawed-off shotgun, so the kickback is going to be even more than a regular shotgun.
yeah.
It did knock both
And
of
I
those wimpy kids on their ass.
Yeah, well,
and
you
I
see
know
that.
they all
You
say
see
like,
that
oh, it's
next.
Ghostface. You're not supposed to care. Like, you're not supposed to like worry about that shit because it's just Ghostface. But I don't know. Like, some people do, some people don't. But when I saw that one, I was like, how are we supposed to believe, especially after the one before, when everyone was questioning Amber already, and some of the kills in that one, and everyone was surviving fucking everything,
Hold on.
and
Wait,
but some
wait.
people weren't surviving the same thing. I don't know.
Wait.
So I guess we just don't know. Maybe like all the Ghostface are, when they put the robes on, are just superhuman now. I don't know.
Okay, next. Moving on to the. Where are we?
Come on.
The bodega clerk.
Come on.
Wait. No.
See, one hand, like, that ain't Quinn.
Mm-mm.
And as we just said, you see the kickback in the shotgun for that.
And that wasn't even nearly enough kickback for a sawed-off shotgun. Not even
Yeah.
close. But I mean, I get it. But it was I absolutely love that scene. It's my favorite
Oh,
scene
it's
of
so
that
much.
movie.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Like, that movie was shaping up to be my favorite sequel until, you know, the end, and then until I started watching it and saw how many plot holes were in it.
Lots.
So fucking many.
I think I left the theater with it being my favorite, but then I watched it a few more times and it changed.
It was my favorite sequel until, because they even had me questioning whether Sydney was under that fucking Ghostface robe.
I never had that thought, but I don't know. It needed some
No,
work.
it was only because I absolutely knew that it was Wayne Bailey under there. I wasn't 100% sure on the others. I was pretty sure of, I don't even know his name, is that hopeless.
Ethan.
Forgotten. Ethan, yeah. Like, because there was so much evidence that it was him.
Okay, next we have Christopher Stone.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant.
But what we're
loved it.
supposed to believe that was Ethan, aren't we?
I
No,
believe so.
I
Yes.
always thought that was Bailey.
I was told Bailey too, but apparently the timing doesn't add up, or some crap. I don't know.
I love that one.
Yeah,
I love
like
the part where he walks up and they pause it for like a billionth
and
of a
yeah,
second,
and you see
where
the
his
shadow.
face is perfectly framed there.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
and
got
then you
it.
see it rise up.
I got
Yeah,
the
I
screenshot,
agree.
and I'm gonna print it out and put it in my room.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a good idea.
It took me a while to edit it so that it'll print right, so the lighting is right. But
Mhm.
I love it. It's probably my favorite still of all of the movies. He's just perfectly framed in that wrought iron door. I love it.
I agree.
it was definitely a good shot to have in the trailer as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My favorite scene will always be the hospital scene. Like, but that one was good too. I have to give it to Radio Silence that they, like, the films look fucking great. Like,
Mm-hmm. Aesthetically
They-
pleasing.
they took over well. So Wes.
And we got lucky last. We have Anika.
I can't believe this is the last one. That's so ridiculous.
She
But
snatches that dumpster so friggin' hard, and the way that they show her face when it hits, like how it goes.
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic effects. I thought it was really, really well done.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
just goes to show how much everything's changed. I loved her. I was really invested in her from like the very beginning. As soon as she was like, when she's like, I'm spectacularly not fucking worried about who you are or whatever at the beginning when she's trying to help out Tara, I'm just like, that's my girl. I knew the whole time. But I also knew she was gonna die too, because and it was very uncharacteristic of these people, and it made me like them less, was that first of all, like Sam went across the ladder first, and that did not seem like her at all. And then like
Yeah, it wasn't a
Mindy
Sam
is
move.
like in love with her, and even Mindy went before she did. Like it didn't make sense to me at all that any of them went before she did. Like, and that whole apartment scene I have problems with. So I'm not even going to go into it. It's
Cute
just
guy
weird
just
to me
happens
that
to have a 12-foot ladder in his house.
yeah, that one, and like also just the like Quinn being on the phone and like Ghostface just standing behind her, and it's like they did things in that movie to throw you off the scent for like on purpose.
Right. That whole phone
So
conversation with Quinn was solely for our
yeah,
benefit.
and then also getting like Ethan getting Mindy off the train as well, like that made absolutely no sense to me. And now they're saying also that Quinn wasn't on the phone to Gail. Someone else was on the phone to Gail, because Quinn's the one who was supposed to be in the apartment with her.
Well, that never stopped him before.
But I have to say that that's the best Ghostface call ever.
Absolutely. 100%.
And Gail, they say everyone's like, Gail's such an idiot. She was locked inside a door. Like, why did she come out? And it's because Gail wanted to get that fucker. Like,
Right.
she wanted to kill
She's made that
him.
abundantly clear. She wanted to be the one.
Yes, she was like, I'm gonna fucking get you, and she star 69'd him to find him or her or whatever. But like, and I know Quinn takes like the rap for all of it, but if that is all how it is working, then I am extremely unhappy. Well, we're not going any further with that anyway, but
Right.
I would really have liked to see the third one and seen if they would have cleared all of that stuff up, or if it was just full on mistakes that they made. So, because it was just like very clear mistakes and plot holes. So anyway, but I really, really liked Anika, and I was very upset that she died. But she was the only character that I had gotten invested in, and I got invested in her quickly and easily, which wasn't something that I was, other than the twins, it wasn't really anything
She was very laid back, easy to like.
Yeah.
She seems like a decent human.
Yeah. And
so
like you could tell she really, yeah, and like you could tell she just really like loved Mindy, and she was still there for them all, you know, like I'd be out of there. But I have to say that this is the only friggin' Scream movie that doesn't end up at a party. Like, because if you've seen Stab and you're in this and they go, oh, let's go to a party, I'd be like, no,
nope,
bye.
I'm good.
I'm just gonna go to my Jodie Foster safe room, whatever it is. And I'll see you guys in a couple of days, if you're lucky.
And we forgot to mention as well, after Anika dies, it's got probably one of the most iconic Ghostface looks ever, when he does the head tilt. When he
the head,
takes the
but
knife.
he does a quick one. He just goes like that. Yeah. And
it's not like Michael and Bob when he's going.
That was the other one the other thing that I was pissed about. If that was Ethan, then that sucks. But at the end, you know what I would have liked to have happened is, like, you know how Bailey's like, you don't know what it's like to have a bond with your first son, and then you see like his face, and he's
Ethan.
like, and he's like Ethan just for a sec, and like I thought he was gonna turn on him, you know. I'd love to see something like that happen. Like, I'd love to see someone maybe even help. Like, say, you know how we were talking about before, how like they took the mask off. I'd love to see like one of the good guys like turn around and start helping Ghostface or something like
Right.
that. Or and like so you know that they're
Mhm.
like a mole or whatever. Or you know, something new. Like I mean, I get that they had the 3 Ghostfaces, but there was nothing new to add to that story. There was great like scenes in it, and like it just seems to be getting more and more unrealistic. And as I said, nowadays it's not about who the killers are, it's about why they're doing it. Like,
Right.
whereas before it was always like, oh gosh, is it that person? Is it that person? Is it that person?
And what
Nowadays
would
it's
that
like,
person have to do? Like, what would that person have against Sid or whomever?
yeah. And I mean, like, and now there's all this like literal toxicity over these like fucking movies and like death threats and blah blah blah, and it's like, calm down, people. Calm down. Give people a chance. Like, they hated it because Sydney wasn't in this one, but now Sydney's not in this one, and I mean Sydney's in this one, but Melissa Barrera's not. And Spyglass, the shady fuckers, just announced like who Sydney's daughter is going to be, like basically on the 1-year anniversary of her firing. Like, they're shady motherfuckers.
I'm still avoiding all Scream news. I mean, I did see about the daughter. I don't know who the
Yeah,
hell
I
she
mean,
is,
you can't miss
but-
the casting of her
but
daughter.
I'm not, like Mike had a big video about it. I didn't watch that. I'm avoiding it at all costs. I want to go in.
I'm
and be
trying to
totally
avoid it, but I've
surprised.
got a bloody report on it. But I've got like something, but it's like it's not substantiated at all, and it's probably complete bullshit. But I will tell you about it.
Very exciting.
Okay, that's the end of our Ghostface discussion. Thanks for dropping in, and we'll see you at our
Thanks
next
for
watch
watching.
party. Bye.
Hello, peeps.
Bye.